Hello students, my name is Nirbhay Jadhav and I am here to teach you physics. So this lecture is for class 8 and we are going to start with the second chapter, that is the physical quantities and measurement. So we'll discuss the one topic today, that is the density. Already you have studied this topic and this chapter in the 7th class. So we'll not go that much in detail, but I'll give you the summary type so you can recall the basic things which we have studied in the 7th class. And if you still have any doubt, then you can watch the 7th standard physical quantities and measurement, in which I have discussed the topic density in detail. So let us begin with the video. So basically, what is density? When this word density comes now, so only two things, there is a comparison, say lightness or heaviness of a substance. So density is nothing but it refers the lightness or heaviness of different material. So how we'll come to know whether the lightness or heaviness? So if the molecules are very close to each other and they are tightly packed, then we'll say that the material or a substance is say very dense, or say tightly packed, it means it is a heaviness will be there. And if the molecules or particles are very far away from each other, say they are less densely packed, so the object or a substance will be light in weight. Okay, so that density means how the particles are packed, or say arrangement of the particles inside the substance. So already you have studied this definition in the 7th class, that what is density. So the density of a substance is defined as the mass of the substance per unit volume. So how it is defined? As mass of the substance per unit volume. Say for per unit volume, how much mass is being occupied by that particular substance, that is defined as a density. You have also wrote this, that density is equals to mass upon volume, right? You have already studied this. And the SI unit and the CGS unit of a density is, say for SI unit it is kg per meter cube, and while CGS unit of density is gram per centimeter cube. This conversion of say 1 gram per centimeter cube to kg per meter cube, that is also been discussed in the class 7th. Okay, so basically 1 gram per centimeter cube is equals to 1000 kilogram per meter cube, and this conversion have been showed in the 7th class in the topic density. So I am not going in detail, just I have written the SI unit and CGS unit, that's it. Okay, so this was the basic thing we have studied in the 7th class. Okay, let us move to the next one, that is a density, a characteristics property of a substance. Now how you will define the characteristics property? So let us start with that. Say you have a two blocks, one block is of iron and another block is of wood. Now in size wise, or say in the volume, both looks very similar to each other, but if you lift a iron block, it will be quite heavier compared to the wooden one. The reason is very simple, that in iron the particles are very close to each other, or say more dense, while in the wood they are very less dense. So we can say that density of iron is more than that of a density of wood. So that is how we compare, okay, both the things with the density. And we have also studied in a class 7 that how to calculate the density of a substance. So to calculate the density of a substance, we need two things. One is the number of the molecules, and second the mass of a molecules. And when you take the product of these two things, that is the number of molecules multiplied mass of molecules, then you can find out the density of any substance. So basically D is equals to M into N. So if I say this M is nothing but the mass of a molecule, while N shows the number of molecules. Now my question is, what if I give you one substance? Okay, it can be anything, solid or liquid. and if I tell you find out the density, I am not giving you the mass of the molecule as well as I am not giving you the number of molecules. So you obviously you are not able to use this formula, right? You cannot find out the density without help of the mass of the molecule as well as the number of molecules. Then how you will find out? So let us look at that topic, that when we are not having the mass of our molecules as well as we are not knowing the number of molecules, then how we will calculate the density of a substance. So first here topic I am taking, that is how we will calculate the density of a solid. Okay, say to calculate the density we need to know the two things, that is a mass and volume, because we know that density is equals to mass upon volume. So let us first calculate the mass. Say any substance is given to you. In this case consider the apple is given to you, okay, and we are not knowing the mass of the apple as well as we are not knowing the volume of the apple as well. So what we'll do, we'll just use a simple balance or say digital balance, and with the help of this balance we are going to find out the mass of that particular solid. Say when you are keeping these apples on the weight, you are getting the mass that is equals to m. Okay, remember what is mass? M. And we are going to use this in the next slide. Okay, so you have to remember what is the mass of the substance we got, that is a m. Now the first thing we have found, that is mass. Now let us find out the second thing, that is the volume. So to calculate the volume we need a measuring cylinder. Say initially the volume was V1. Okay, look at this liquid, level of this liquid, it shows you its level and we have given that as a V1. So after you insert a solid, now obviously the whatever the volume of this solid will be, same amount of volume will be displaced by this solid. So now this volume from V1 it rises to, and we gave this level as a V2. So now simply we can say that volume is equals to V2 minus V1, and this is V2, this level is V2 while this level is V1. So this much amount of water which is displaced by this particular solid will give us the volume of this particular solid, because both the volume of this solid and the water displaced by this solid will be equal. And let us say that V2 minus V1, and we'll say it as a V dash. Okay, so from this simple method you can find out the volume as well. So now you are having a mass, you are also having the volume. Now with the help of the mass and the volume, now we'll calculate the density. So we know that what is the formula of density, that is the mass upon volume. So mass will take as a capital M. Okay, in the previous slide we saw that mass we have taken it as a capital M, and what is the volume, that is V2 minus V1. Now we'll replace V2 minus V1 as V dash. Okay, that is a, and this symbol, look at this symbol, that is a, there is a symbol of a density. Okay, so this density will be equals to mass upon volume. So what is the mass in our case? M. And what is the volume we have calculated, that is V dash. And this symbol is of density and it is pronounced as a rho. Okay, RHO. So this is how you can calculate the density of a solid. If you are not having a mass of a molecules as well as you are not having the number of molecules, so you can use this method to find out the density of a solid. In the next lecture we are going to discuss how to find out the density of a liquid. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, and if you have any doubt, please be free to comment in the comment box. Thank you.